Good afternoon. My name is Carl Schock. Today I'll be presenting you the Butler County Emergency Management Tool. First, I would like to start off saying thank you for your considerations in looking after my report. We're going to lead off with the surveys that I did for the Butler County. First survey is the FEMA IA tool. This is for workers out in the field to assess damages on houses and other local community items that they might run across. The tool is interactive, allows you to put in a location. That location will go to a dashboard, which I'll talk about later on. As you scroll through the survey, you click on each one of the highlighted areas for the information that is needed and put in the information for the survey that you're doing. If it's a house, residential, owned, unknown, uninsured, you can add photos, and once you hit finish, the survey will take the location that you are surveying and put it onto a map, and that map again will be into a dashboard, which I'll show you later on in the video. The next survey is the Citizen Emergency Reporter. This is a crowdsourcing survey. The survey is used for anybody in the county of Butler to be able to use and interact with, a way for your emergency responders to see information as it happens from the eyes of the citizens. Also helps citizens feel like they are part of the county. As you go through the survey, you can tell what type of emergency they might be having. They can click on different files and aspects of it. Say if it's a flood or outed road, or let's say even a crime being committed. This way, if they want to report it anonymous, they can use the reporter. Say if there's ever an emergency, it talks about that you need to call 911 first before using our reporter. But the reporter there is a simple tool to also again track situations that are happening inside the county. These layers can be put into maps built by a person using ArcGIS to allow you to see where these citizens are actually reporting these emergencies or non-emergency emergencies. Next, we can talk about the dashboard. For the first one, say you have your workers out in the field and you are the manager back at the office and you want to verify what they're doing and how they're doing. The board tells you that in the flood zone here inside the county, there was 155 homes inside of a flood zone. In this make-believe situation, we were out there surveying the flood. There were 155 affected. Right now, the surveyors would have done 11 of the surveys. To the left, you can see the date and time in which they're doing the surveys and what level of damage they are seeing out in the field. The map below shows you different spots on the map of what the different damages levels are and when that survey was taken for that damage level. Very helpful tool for the people who are staying in the office, managing, controlling the situation. Dashboards are always a great and effective tool to be used during a time of crisis, so you don't have to be out there in the field endangering yourself and more people. Next, we want to talk about the floods that have happened here in Butler County. One of the major floods that happened was in 1913. It affected the city of Dayton all the way down to the city of Cincinnati along the Great Miami River. This next map shows the different floodplains and the channels and the creeks and rivers that swell up during the time periods of heavy rains, showing that yes, they have stopped the floods by adding in locks and dams, but there's still possibilities of floods along major rivers and arteries of those rivers. Right now, this is the potential flood map for Butler County only. Since this is a Butler County emergency management tool, this is why we're keeping it inside Butler County. The red areas in this part of the map, as you click through the different tabs, will highlight different information. This one is your place of vulnerability. Everything in the red is the highest vulnerability spots inside Butler County. These are probably the areas which you should look after, note where the problems are, maybe mitigate building of residence houses and commercial products inside these areas. Special need, these are already schools and buildings already built inside those areas which are known to flood, are prone to flooding during major rains. Community lifelines, these are the stuff that you would need that for like fire, police, and hospitals will be added to the map, showing you where these items are in case of emergency. Say you need to send people to the hospital during floods, find your closest fire department and police by clicking on the side hyperlinked areas that add these layers into the map. The map was pre-made up by your developer and allows you to see and interact with the map, showing you where these items are. Other hazards for this town: we are not known just for floods. We have tornado issues in the state of Ohio. The tornadoes are all over, but Butler County has one of the higher areas and had one of the most devastating tornadoes to hit the area. We're very low in wildfire risk, but there's still enough areas with corns and crops to the fields that are being farmed around the area. And a new and upcoming emergency is the COVID-19. Right now, we're at epidemic levels. When this first layer was first made, we were not. It was showing the slow growth of the virus, but this is a great emergency map to look at if you want to see how your county or the surrounding counties are, so you can warn your people about upcoming hazards. Now, we're going to go back to look at historical, why we need to plan. As of July, late July, there was a massive flood down in eastern Kentucky, which is part of our tri-state family. The flood devastated the area and caused a record high flooding in 83 years. This caused 14 counties in the state of Kentucky to go into a state of emergency. 39 people have so far died from this. Death toll is going up. The cost of this flood is massive. This is a known flood area. How do we know it's a known flood area? We can look at past presidential declarations. By clicking on the tabs, you gather out the information on the past and the history. Clicking on the video will show you the Lexington Herald Leader, which is one of the major cities inside the state of Kentucky. Will show it has a great video on the flood and the damages caused by this flood. This is why us here in Butler County need to be prepared by using this tool to help us mitigate issues and problems that we might have in the future. We got now the Butler Operational Response. This is another great interactive map showing you different elements. You click on the layers onto the side, and we can see like road outages, if there's any warnings, what's going on by off clicking. Right now there are no warnings or any issues in the state of or in the county of Butler, so we have nothing showing up on the map. But let's say if there was floods, we can click on other layers like the tornado track and see where the tornado went through, and if there was a flood warning, we can see along the lines of there where the flood warning is. This is a great way to also check the distance between two locations. If you're looking at the end of the flood, what's the route, what could it cut off? Using the widgets at the top of the screen will help you go through there and find your locations here on the map and allow you to dissect the map even further. Situational awareness, again, you can add in different layers, places of vulnerability, fire station, nursing homes. Each one of these will allow you to add in different elements that you're looking for. You can even print the screen, say you need to show somebody at a meeting or take it with you. You don't want to take an app or the phone or your PDF. You can print it off, bookmark areas, and allows you to interact with the map to get your situation on what's going on in the local area where problems could happen or where you might want to move people in case of floods. By using the map and the layers inside of the map, you can tell the distance and find your areas that you're needing. Again, the public one, this is out to everybody out there. They can access this if you post it on your Butler County management site, or just make it a regular site standalone, which is probably always better for more people to interact and act with it. This would show you emergency shelters in case there was a massive flood, road closures, and evacuations that are currently active. Most commonly would probably be during a tornado if we need to evacuate an area that has a lot of down power lines, flooded roads, and out bridges. On this map, you would see in the legend on to the right what was going on by these layers being over the areas that are in problems or having issues at that moment. Finally, you would have the map book. The map book is a gridded out format for all of Butler County. You would want to spread this out among all your fire, rescue, and emergency personnel. Even the local base nearby is Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. These personnel would understand how to use these maps. You want to keep everything the same. The national grid out map allows everybody to have one universal way of setting up coordinates for each other because every agency is different. Showing this, explaining it to somebody easily by the different grid numbers on the side left, it's like playing a game of Battleship. As long as you know how to use the numbers and interact, the agencies will all be able to be at the same location, same spot, so you're not getting confused. Because if I said Ohio town and I said Hamilton, you get 900 Hamiltons in the whole United States. You just need to have a consistent universal language to talk among all the people, and using the grid system for this seems the most logical and easiest way to distribute information among all the agencies that are at play. Overall, I have it set up where you can get to the Butler tool. You can have this tool set up, put it onto a standalone website. As of right now, you would need to access this through your ArcGIS profile. It's set out to the public for right now, waiting for your distribution of the tool. Each one of the items can be modified as needed. And I appreciate your time and consideration in looking over the tool. If you have any further questions or need training, please contact me. Name and numbers on the cover sheet that I was given to you all. And I appreciate your time and thank you.